Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is the first video for my series, my astrology series. I'm really excited to kick this off. I have done a lot of research over the last couple of months and I have learned so much about all of the 12 star signs. Now, I did mention in my New Year's resolutions video, if you guys haven't seen it, I'll link it down below, but I will be doing this type of stuff once a month, obviously because there's 12 months in a year. If you aren't into this kind of stuff, don't stress, I'm still going to be doing my weekly uploads. This is just going to be a little bit of fun, and it is something that I actually genuinely consider a hobby. I really love researching astrology, moon phases, crystals, all that kind of stuff. So if you are interested in those types of things and you haven't yet subscribed, make sure that you do subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the videos that come out every month. I do also recommend that you do your birth chart before you hop into this video if you are wanting to look at it from a more serious point of view. Obviously, you are not just the star sign that you were born with, and if you don't actually know that, then surprise, you're not actually just an Aquarius or just a Cancer or just a Pisces. There are so many factors that go into who you are as a person. For example, my sun's star sign, which is your main star sign, is Cancer, and then I have my moon, which is in Scorpio, and then I have my rising, which is in Taurus. So to put that into normal talk for you, I'm a very emotional, stubborn, fun-loving person, and to be honest with you, Taurus, Scorpio and Cancer are very different. I am not just a Cancer. I don't relate to a lot of Cancer things that I read, so sometimes I'll have to go and read a Scorpio or a Taurus, and then that'll start making a little bit more sense. So as you can probably tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be touching base on Aquarians today. Yay! So with my research that I've done the past couple of months, Aquarians have stuck out to me quite a bit actually. My mum is an Aquarian, so I do know Aquarians, but that's probably the only person in my life that I know that has that star sign. These types of people seem like such genuine, fun, yet kind of serious people. So if you're wanting to find out a little bit more about the Aquarians, make sure that you grab your cup of coffee or your tea or your water and sit down, relax, get into the zen, and let's get into it. Now, for all of you that are new to astrology, Aquarians, their birthdays are between January 20th and February 18th. And the element of an Aquarian is air, which is funny because the representation of an Aquarian is actually the water bearer. So some of you might have thought that you were a water sign, but you're not. You're actually an air sign. Opal, aquamarine, which is one of my favorites, amethyst, garnet, hematite, amber, and sugilite. I'm not sure how to say that one. And apparently as an Aquarian, your lucky days are Saturday and Sundays. I mean, that's a pretty good day to have as a lucky day because everyone loves weekends. Now, most star signs have lucky numbers. I'm not really sure if it's true, to be honest with you. I haven't really dabbled much into the whole number side of things. I do believe that numbers have a big part in astrology, so I'm just going to throw some fun facts of what your favorite numbers should be. So if you are entering the lotto, make sure that you put some of these in. Number 4, number 8, number 13, number 17, number 22, and number 26. Your lucky colors are blue, silver, aqua, grey, and black. It's actually funny that those are your lucky colors because your birthstones are very similar to those colors that I've just listed. Now we're going to get into some of the fun stuff, more about the type of person that an Aquarian is, the personality traits, the good and the bad. Of course, again, I just want to mention that this is all for fun. Please do not get butthurt if I say something that is offensive. Go and do your birth chart so everything makes a little bit more sense. You might have more Aquarius traits, and then the next person that's an Aquarian might have Scorpio in their chart and they might resonate more with a Scorpio. Now, the one thing that I came across the most when I was studying Aquarius is that Aquarians are such quirky, friendly, and kind of like honest people. When I say honest, it's because they know what they want. If they're in a relationship, they need to have freedom. They are not the type of people that will stay at home and look after the kids 24/7. They'll want to get out, do things as a family. Or if you're someone that doesn't have children yet, you're more likely the type of person that'll want to go out and travel the world, or even just not be home all weekend. You just have to be out doing stuff, living your best life. And if you do decide to stay home and, you know, have a chill weekend, watch Netflix, that's something that you have to want to do. That is definitely not something that you would do every weekend, because that is boring. In correlation with what I just said, Aquarians are very independent. They are very firm in their beliefs. They know what they want, they know what they feel, and they know what needs to be done to get what they want. A lot of Aquarians are humanitarians. They care about the world, about the people, and they just absolutely soak up the knowledge of the world. What I mean by that is they love going out and learning things about the world. They don't necessarily have an academic streak in them when it comes to being book smart. They more are world smart and humanitarian smart, which I think is just as good as the other. So you might find that you're the type of person that loves doing charity work, or has to constantly be helping people, has to be constantly making sure that people are okay and that the world is getting treated the way that it should be treated. And if it doesn't, then you're going to be opinionated and you're going to tell people how you feel about that. Aquarians also are really quite, as I mentioned before, quite quirky, and definitely have a sense of humor that is different to the norm. So if you are the type of person that is always kind of a little bit of a weirdo, people don't really understand you, but you know, there are people out there that do, and they're your people. That's because you're an Aquarian and you are super quirky. I'm exactly the same. I'm very introverted yet quirky, and sometimes people will think that I'm weird and they just don't want to be friends with me, but that's fine, because I think that I'm the type of person where I love quirky people. And I honestly cannot wait to meet an Aquarian. I only know my mum, and my mum has a very silly personality, which is really, really sweet. But I would really like to get to know an Aquarian. So if you are an Aquarian, comment down below and let me know if these are traits that you can resonate with. Aquarians are also very talented, whether it comes to music or art or some sort of, you know, art type of field. They're very, very talented in that respect. So most careers that Aquarians will go for, whether they're arty or more of the humanitarian side of things, a lot of Aquarians are nurses, doctors, psychiatrists, social workers, musicians, artists, whether it's a painter or a poet. Now on to the negative personality traits, which I honestly couldn't find many, but some of the traits that are on the negative side, I guess, could be quite bad if you don't know how to control them. Aquarians can be quite unpredictable, I guess, with the fact that they need to be independent and have their freedom. If they get with someone in a relationship or a friendship where they don't get that given to them, they could become quite erratic and quite, you know, all over the place, quite emotional but not really making sense. So make sure that if you do feel like that, you're probably not with the right person, and you probably need to sit down and have a chat, or you need to cut those people loose. The next one is detachment. Probably goes with the whole not getting freedom, not being able to be who they really are. Make sure that you are putting people in your circle of friends and family that do really respect you as a person. Aquarians are also quite stubborn and quite extreme. So I'm getting the vibes that Aquarians are quite, they know what they want. They're not going to change for you, and that is not a bad thing at all. But I guess, you know, in life you do have to give and take, so maybe do try and focus on giving and taking and not always taking. I do know quite a few people that have those traits in their star signs, like Taurus and Sagittarius. A lot of those types of signs can get very stubborn, and it can be kind of dangerous, and you can push people away. So just make sure that you are being very honest with the people that you have in your life, and there shouldn't be any issues. Now, I'm not sure about you guys, whenever I date someone, I constantly think, when am I going to find out their birthday? When am I going to know when they were born? Because that's not something that you find out straight away when you date someone. I always love to go and find out what their star sign is, and I always, you know, make sure that we're compatible. 9 times out of 10, we're not. But I don't believe that you need to be 100% compatible anyway. I think some uncompatibility is quite fun and quite fresh for a relationship. But as an Aquarian, if you're wanting to date someone that is quite similar to you, you will most likely need to go for someone that is a Libra, a Gemini, a Sagittarian, or Aries. So I'm getting the vibes that you guys don't really get along with water signs, which doesn't surprise me because air and water don't really go together. More water and earth go together, and then air and fire. If you think about the concept of that, it makes sense. Water travels through the earth, and air and fire can make a huge fire, and that's like chemistry. Another thing that I did come across is the health concerns that Aquarians need to look out for. Now, the main body part that Aquarians will have problems with are around the ankles, so make sure that you are looking after yourself by daily exercise and making sure that you're keeping on top of your weight, because basically what I'm getting from a lot of my research is Aquarians can get quite addicted, and addiction could be food, drugs, alcohol. So just make sure that you're looking after yourself. You don't really want to, you know, mess with your joints, because the joints definitely suffer when you get older with age. And that makes sense because I did read a lot about diet and exercise for Aquarians, and just making sure that you're looking after your whole body, your whole nervous system. If you do that, you should be fine, but make sure that obviously you're eating well, exercising, looking after your joints, and you should be okay. Now, for a bit of last minute fun, I'm just going to throw in a few celebrities that you will share your birth month with. Michael Jordan, Marley, Alicia Keys, Garth Brooks, Jennifer Aniston, Oprah, Shakira, Ellen DeGeneres, Justin Timberlake. Now, from just those people that I've named, there's so much more, but just from those people that I've named, quite powerful people, humanitarians, people that care about the people and the world. So I think it's really cool that you actually share your birth month with those people, because that's not something to be mad about. Now, that is the video out of the way today, guys. I just wanted to make it a short one. I didn't want to ramble on too much. I kind of just wanted to focus on the main things that I would look for if I was, you know, researching my star sign, or someone that I'm seeing star sign, or my best friend's star sign. So I hope that I touched most bases with you guys. If there's something that I have missed out on and you're wanting to see it in the next video, comment down below so I know. There is so much to learn about star signs. So I'm trying to make it as fun as I can, but also throw in a few, you know, negative traits and things like that, just so you know what you need to work on if you do resonate with the things that I'm saying. So with all of that out of the way, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so excited that I am starting this new series. Make sure that you subscribe and like if you haven't already, and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads, especially if you're wanting to keep up to date with the astrology videos that I'm going to be doing throughout the year. So with all of that out of the way, I hope that you have a good day wherever you are in this world, and I will see you guys next time.